This week I went to the few dollar store because nothing's ever actually a dollar anymore. Some things may be $1.25, like these 18 glue sticks. It's those smaller diameter ones. I have a small glue gun and a bigger regular glue gun, but I only know where the small one is, so I've been using it. And I'm sure I've got glue sticks somewhere, but I can't find them, and I'm on my last one, stuck in the glue gun, almost used up. So $1.25 for 18 more. Of course, everyone needs a lighter for $1.25. Good for lighting charcoal barbecues. Something useful to have around. For $4, I got this 6-foot long, heavy-duty looking extension cord. It's just a single extender and it's grounded. It says it's got 16 gauge wiring, says 13 amp rating, and I don't really plan to do anything too heavy duty. I just more wanted the 6-foot extension capability. Like recently when I was testing this Wemo switch, I needed a nice convenient way to get power over to the work area from a power bar several feet away. And it's got the nice yellow industrial looking color scheme. They also have the same thing in the orange color, so it stands out in a pile of cables. If you ever put it away and you have a million other cords, this one will just jump out and say, "Here I am." And I thought I would take a chance for $1.50 on this 5-minute 2-part epoxy. Syringe glue. Usage: metal, wood, glass, plastic, fiberglass, ceramic, concrete. Dries clear, water resistant, may irritate eyes and skin, so it must be the good stuff. This can get really expensive. You can pay like $7.99, $10.99 for the same size, so I thought, I'm gonna check this out. If it does the job, that'll be something to keep in mind next time I need some. Storage trays. 3 pieces for $1.50. Now, it is the cheaper kind of plastic material, but all I'm really looking to do is have a quick place to store a few things. Things keep getting out of hand. I have piles of pliers, wire cutters, things I'm in the middle of working on. So if I'm working on something and I have a few parts and now I gotta lay it aside, I can throw it off in this pile, or I can put some stuff that belongs on the same project in something like this and just lay that aside. Maybe I've pre-selected a few resistors specific to the project, some batteries, and I need to know where this is instead of just somewhere in the pile, so it can help me get sorted out. As I keep working on projects and realizing limitations of the work area, I figure out how I might want to be able to group things for quick access and not have to search under things. So for a couple of dollars, I can start out like this, and then maybe later I figure out, hey, I want stuff like this actually in a drawer. So change it up and then reuse these for something else. But for now, yeah, I just got to get the disaster just a little more organized. I invested $3 on this Duramax Pro hardware divider. So it's somewhere to store miscellaneous parts and optional dividers, depending what kind of things I want to separate out. This could be a very useful thing, and then I can store these. If I want more of them, I can stack them up, maybe label them on the outside so I can glance on a shelf, hey, this has things like resistors, capacitors, or it has batteries. And the reason I was willing to go as high as $3 is because it is more rugged compared to, you know, the cheaper plastic. So I thought, I'll give it a shot, fill this one up, and then see if it looks like something I'd want to keep going with. I've seen stuff like this going for $7 and up, so for $3, I'll check it out. And finally, $4 for this lovely carousel of screwdriver bits. Let's see what we have in here. So we have 30 pieces. I guess that would include every individual piece. So here's the driver handle and the actual storage case, and then all the bits. And it spins around nice and easy as well. So it's got some standard bits. They're all relatively smaller, which is great for the workbench. I don't need big, heavy versions of Phillips or flatheads. So you just drop these in. There is a little disc magnet in there. I've managed to pull it out. I couldn't figure out how to get it to lay flat in there. I tried putting it on the bit itself. See if I can do this again. But you would think it's just going to pull right back out. Yeah, it came right back out. Hey, you know what? Maybe later, some 2-part epoxy But for now, let's see, we have a bunch of Torx looking things, some Phillips, a bunch of flatheads, and what look like hex keys like an Allen key, and a few security things like this forked bit and this triangle bit. Well, let's check that out. I can't really tell if this triangle bit is the right one for these triangle screws I recently had to deal with. It feels like it might be a little big, but I can also wedge it in so that it feels like it will turn. So let me try putting this case back together. So here's the Wemo switch, and let's see if I can get one of these triangle screws in using this little bit. Well, it is turning, but it also kind of comes jumping back out. It feels like maybe there's a smaller size that is more appropriate. So I think I'll stick with a Torx T7 for this size triangle bit, but at least I do have one if I run into this issue again with a larger triangle bit. I now have one in this set. So that is definitely convenient, compact, and ready to go and easy to access on the Workbench. And I can use these trays to put this work in progress project into a single place. I don't lose those screws now. So that was a successful trip to the dollar store. You never know what you're going to find.